Good morning, good afternoon. It's the whole night through. Good evening. And good day to you and you and you. Hello again for another episode of the Sansu Show, you guys. Hello, everybody. Thank you, Masaka Kids, for your wonderful redemption. You know what? One of these days, I want to go to Africa just to visit these kids. You know what? It's very expensive to go there because it's a long flight. And then you have to stay there for a while. I would believe to find these kids. I mean, they're unbelievable. But first of all, welcome my Olan family and friends for another episode, courtesy of PHLV Radio, Vegas. Cheers for another week, you guys. We just finished, Chinese New Year. But then last weekend we have the SNL 50. Oh, it was amazing. There were like so many celebrities and comedians and everything. But before that, let's talk about what February is all about. Not just a Black History Month. It's a Heart Awareness Month. According to the American Heart Association, February is a Heart Awareness Month. Did you know that there's more than 23,000 children experience a cardiac arrest? That's pretty scary, you guys. And right now, the Heart Association becomes a federal law now to provide resources to help schools prepare to respond in a cardiac emergency. They have CPR now, CPR classes, which is really good. I mean, all employment should have a CPR classes, because it's really scary nowadays. It's a silent death, you know. A heart attack is a silent death. I mean, you just never know. You'll be okay one day, and then you eat something, and there you go. But that's what really happened to my uncle. We had a dinner, and then all of a sudden, he just collapsed, and then it was gone. He was gone. As of January, actually, this year, 11 states now require schools to establish cardiac emergency response, with CPR training and AED placement, which is, whoa, it should be 50 states, not just certain states. Everyone should learn CPR or any resource. You should have to have any resources for any problem, any heart attack anywhere in the United States. It should not be just 11 states. I hope, by the end of this year, they will have totally 50 states to have that mandatory. And just in 2024, they have, I mean, you can also volunteer, you guys, and you can donate to the American Heart Association. There are some, this is according to them, there are some preventions, not to have an attack, heart attack. First of all, stop smoking. I know, especially in Asia, smoking is still very, everywhere. And when I was there, a lot of people really smoke, even in Europe. In Europe, I think they kind of cut down. I didn't see a lot of smokers there. So just if you smoke, I mean, it's your own rights. Just minimize it. And then secondhand smoke is also not good. You know, so just don't go anywhere around. How live. I don't know who's calling me at this time, but anyway, I can't. Wait a minute. Let me turn off my phone. I don't know why I can't turn off my phone, but anyway, there you go. Woo! I don't know, but let me just turn off my phone. But anyway, get your high blood cholesterol and high blood pressure under control, you guys. Modifying your diet, losing weight, losing weight, taking medication, and doing a combination of these things can really help you. Stay fit. My God, stay physical, active daily, control your weight. If you weight obese, you're obese, please control your diet, and also that avoid tobacco, as I mentioned about smoking. Manage cholesterol and blood pressure. Get proper sleep, lower stress, consume a healthful diet, treat other health conditions, and drink enough water. Well, you know what? Half of those that I just mentioned, I'm kind of guilty about it because I'm not a water drinker. So that's one of my biggest problems, guys. And if a health condition, if the doctor said you have to take, high blood pressure medication, please take it regularly because it will help you. And they also said that if you take an aspirin, if you didn't have a heart attack, you're not supposed to take them. There's only like a little prevention if you already have a heart attack, and just follow what the doctor says. You know, but sometimes you have to really know yourself. You have to listen to yourself. If you know that you're not feeling well, or even if the doctors say, or even if the test came up negative, if you had a blood test and they said, oh, everything is fine, your cholesterol is fine and all that, but you still don't feel good, take another test or go to another doctor. A second opinion helps, because that's what happened to this young girl. The mother says something wrong with my daughter. She's having, her heart is pumping so hard and all that. She's having a problem. She's fainting once in a while. And then all of a sudden, they found out they really have a problem. She really had a heart problem. And so sometimes second, you don't have to believe everything on the first time that you see your doctor, because not everybody's perfect. Not all doctors are, good at what they do. There are some that, they can't test everything. They can detect everything. So it's really you that you have to study what's going on with your body. So that's a good kind of prevention. Now, let's talk about chica chica, about showbiz. Kevin Hart, as you know, Kevin Hart is only 5'4", and he watched this WNBA. There was a all-star game, and he was one of the guests and stuff. And there were a lot of the WNBA players and want to have selfie with him. And you can tell this is not having a good time because these women are tall. They're very, very tall. So that he kind of, you can tell he's aggravated, because these women are like 5'9", 6-footer, and just like a little brother to them, and everybody was talking about it. Don't worry, Kevin, you're so cute. It doesn't matter. I mean, you probably have more money than them. so so that's buzzing all over the internet about the selfie that the WNBA players did to him. Because you know how he talks about his height sometimes. He make fun of it. Then thank God that he's a joker. But let me tell you something. Besides the what's happening right now in showbiz about the SNL 50th anniversary, there's a lot of things happening actually. There are a lot of unemployed parties. So that's one of the biggest issues right now, because unemployment is really high right now. So I don't think the government, I mean, the US is getting better. But besides that, let's talk about my pick for the Black History Month this month is Mr. Michael Jackson. Yes, he's my idol, really. I know. Okay, I don't know if I told you the story about when he was in the Philippines. He was just the Jackson 5. And when they visited in the Philippines, it wasn't known yet. And so when I was young, I get invited to a television show with Ike Lusada. I don't know, maybe the old Filipinos probably remember Ike Lusada. He used to have a talk show, a musical show, a variety show. And so he invited me to sing. And then I was ready to sing, right? And then all of a sudden, here comes, you can't sing yet because the Jackson 5s are here. And I was like, so I was so mad, man. I was so mad because you know how nervous you are. You're ready to sing your heart out, in front of everybody on television. And so what happened is so I was sitting in my dressing room, and then here comes, because in the dressing room they have like an open door, and here comes Michael passing by, and then he went back when he saw me sitting there, and then he came up to me and he says, "Oh, I think that there's Black people in the Philippines." And then I just looked at him and said, of course, there's black people in the Philippines. Bad attitude. I mean, I was interrupted. And then so they went and then they got introduced and interviewed, blah, blah, blah. And of course, as Filipino, we have a habit, we have the custom that when you have a guest, you have to give them food. So because they're little kids, so they give them some ice cream. And then check this out. Michael came back to my dressing room and he's like, would you like to have some of my ice cream? And I'm like, no, because I'm ready to sing. I was really giving him an attitude. I said, thanks anyway. Then check this out, you guys. After a year later, Jackson 5 became so famous. So they had a concert, and guess what? I was way in the balcony and crying like, Michael, do you remember me? Right. After now, I really, really can't forgive myself what I did because we could have been friends. You know what I mean? We could have been friends. I mean, he's still my idol. He's the number one. He's the number one soul singer in my heart. I mean, Michael Jackson, I miss you, man. I know a lot of people miss you. God bless your soul, and I don't think there will be another Michael Jackson. It's kind of tough. It's just like there's no other Elizabeth Ramsey. She's a tough person to follow. I mean, there's a lot of imitators out there, but will never become. It will never be duplicated. I mean, totally duplicated. I don't think there's any baby yet born to be another Michael Jackson. It's probably another centuries. But anyway, after Michael Jackson, one of my favorite songs of his is ABC. Listen up, 1, 2, 3. I think I don't know the lyrics. Do, re, mi, ABC, 1, 2, 3. I think, baby, you and me, girl. I think something like that. Michael, I love you so much. Okay, now listen our Chica Chica with the Chinese New Year. Then you were just passed, and they had a big celebration in San Francisco. But guess it's not. Guess, guys, not only human celebrated the Chinese New Year. So first of all, Gong Hei Fa Choi. Check this out, my video to show you that Chinese New Year is not just for human. Check this video out.
恭喜发财，红包拿来！
我把我的梦想就卖了3年半，本来在灶台上一日3餐，熬一锅时间呐，叫一套葱油。我突然想念自己曾经发光的少年呀，恭喜发财！一根烟，说你看看我是如何熬过的这些年。
So are you going to play the video of Chris? No, me first, I'm sorry. Thank you. I told you the Chinese New Year is not just for human, for everybody. I mean, dogs are just so smart. I have 3 of them. And they are so smart. They're like human, you guys. So again, Gong Hei Fa Choi for all my Filipino, Chinese, all my family and friends. Now, let me introduce to you my first guest. But before that, check his video, the group when they perform. Okay, check it out.
We need some help, y'all. Here we go. I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night. You look like her, what? A mazel tov. Look at her dancing. Just take it. We'll paint the town. We'll shut it down. We'll put the roof. And then we'll do it again. Let's do it. 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 Let's do it again. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. I got a feeling.
I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed the music because I'm going to introduce to you the person that was in that video, the producer, and the organizer of the group. So he's a musician. He's my first guest tonight. He's a musician and producer of Pure Ecstasy. Ooh, what a name, Ecstasy. Sexy. And PJT Enterprises Music and Entertainment. Please, without further ado, please let me, guys, welcome Mr. Preston Turner. Hi, Preston.
Sansu, how are you?
Fine, thank you. My God, you guys are awesome. I mean, on Valentine's Day, you really rock it. You really, really rock it.
Well,
Yeah, well, welcome to the Sansu Show.
thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. Please tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you're a good friend of Dennis, and Dennis said hi, by the way. So tell our online family and friends who's Preston is.
Well, as I said, music foremost is my heart. It's been from my upbringing in Nashville, Tennessee. Music has always been with me and my family. But, you know, it's more than just music. You know, I had a career as a corporate guy with Macy's for many, many years. I was a buyer there. And I think I really, after honing my skills at Macy's and meeting people and then being in New York every 6 weeks, I then said, you know, what I'm doing with Macy's, I could also do it for myself and also for myself and for my musician friends. So that's where it really, really started. I said, let me produce, but more importantly, let me represent a lot of the musicians out here. And it just took on, and it's been a great career thus far.
So you're from Houston, did you say?
No, originally from Nashville.
Oh, Nashville, Tennessee. So isn't it just a country state? You know, there.
So most folks are confused. They say Music City, USA, not country. Music City, USA.
Thanks for the education. Every time I think about Nashville, I always say country and western. That's what.
It's very, very well known for a lot of the country artists. But in Nashville, they have a place called Music Row, and 1 mile in one direction, nothing but music studios and recording studios, and then another going back in the other direction, entertainment agencies and all of that. I cut my first single when I was like 16 years old. And after we finished it, we got into our friend's car, hit a convertible, and we rode up and down Music Row saying, we made it, we made it.
So are your parents originally from Nashville too?
No, parents are originally from Alabama.
Oh, wow. Alabama and in Nashville?
Yes. So,
when did you move to California?
I came to California after leaving Miami. Macy's heard about me, and they enticed me to come to California. And when I came, I just loved it. And so I was one of the only Black buyers, as you were talking about Black History Month. I was one of the only Black buyers out of 300 at one point. when I first came here, I was an assistant buyer, but I worked my way up through the ranks, and I eventually ended up as the men's fragrance buyer for the entire West Coast. That's Minnesota, all of California, and also Texas at that time. So whenever you saw men's fragrances in a case, it was Preston Turner, the buyer, that was putting that juice in those cases.
So how did you come up with the name Pure Ecstasy?
So you like that, huh? It's kind of sexy, right?
I said it, Pure Ecstasy.
There you go. I like that. That's a commercial. So Sansu, as we continue to perform around town, initially when I started the group, I was working with the club owners on Union Street in San Francisco. They had another name for the group, but I wanted our name. And so after that, we had a dance contest and we had a name contest, and a bunch of names came in. And one said Pure, and I saw some ecstasy in there. I put those together, and Pure Ecstasy, voila.
And it's pure. It's not, how do you call it? Corroded. It's pure.
It's pure. It's pure.
It's pure. I really like that name, Pure. It's really very catchy, It's been together for how long now?
So early 90s, and we had a chance to perform in a lot of different, and then we graduated and we started to perform at the top of the Marriott in San Francisco, on the 39th floor. We performed there for 6 years. Started off one night and ended up performing 3 nights. So much so, people came from all over the world just to check us out.
I don't blame them. I mean, when I saw you last Valentine's night, yes. I was like, oh my God, how come I haven't heard of them? How come I haven't seen them? I mean, they always talk about you, the Lions Club always say, Preston can sing. Preston I didn't hear it.
So it's not about me. It's about the group, and it's always about the team. I am just, as the producer and as the conductor, I want to make folks happy, and that's why I make sure that I have the best musicians and the best vocalists in the country, not just here in the Bay, in the country.
Yes, and you proved that, definitely. I can vouch for that. And and so when is your next performance? I know you have one tomorrow, right?
Yeah, so one is on tomorrow, and we're performing. That's tomorrow the 20th, and we're performing at Isla Grand Restaurant. Isla Grand Restaurant. It's in Pleasant Hill. The address 548 Contra Costa Boulevard. And I can tell you, we're performing from 6 to 9:30, and we're gonna knock some socks off. I've been there, and guess what? The food is off the chain. Really good food. So if you like Filipino food, I like some good pancit. All right. All right.
Do you know how to cook?
Hey, no? I love to cook, and guess what? I can't cook nougat. No, that's not.
But can you cook adobo?
I can. Yes.
No.
Yes. Come on. And next time you want to cook, let me know. I'll come over.
Okay.
We'll trade some secrets.
That's a date.
I will put some soul in your cooking.
Oh, really? As a matter of fact, let's talk about soul because it's Black History Month.
Absolutely.
So what can you say about the Black History Month? Because we're having a little problem right now with the new administration, and they're trying to get rid of it.
I know. But I can tell you a little bit about Black History Month that really is special to me, as I went to Fisk University in Nashville, Tennessee. So Fisk University in Nashville is where W.E.B. Du Bois, he went to school there. You spoke about Africa. I had a chance to go to Ghana a couple of years ago, and they have a huge, huge museum there. But more importantly, Beyonce's father, he went to Fisk, John Lewis, to Fisk. And check this out. Have you ever heard of the Black National Anthem? Lift Every Voice and Sing. John Weldon Johnson also worked at Fisk, taught at Fisk. So I had a chance to experience some real, I don't want to say blackness, but as far as being a person of color, I had a chance to live that, but more importantly, I don't think it's about just being Black. I think it's important for us to recognize all people. So from Fisk, I cross-registered and went to school at Vanderbilt University. So I thought it was important to have both experiences, the Black experience and also the experience from one of the nation's top white universities in the country, and that's Vanderbilt. But I don't talk about just being Black. I embrace everybody. It just so happened that the month of February is recognized as Black History Month.
Yes. Yeah, for me, Black History Month, it's not just because it's a Black History Month. I think the civil rights.
Yes.
And just to remind everyone, without the civil rights, all the minorities in this country didn't have any rights at all.
You're right.
Because in the 1960s, 50s, and 60s, we didn't have the rights.
That's right.
You know, because of all that Dr. Martin Luther King did and all the civil rights movements that he started. And that's why now we're here. We can have our own businesses. We can be, anywhere without there's still some places that racism is really high, but we have the right to speak out. We have the right to protest and all that stuff, and not just Black History Month. It's not just for Black people.
No.
That's the wrong interpretation of a lot of people. It's about all communities getting together, uniting together.
Well said. Well said.
And I hope that people will really recognize that.
Right.
And let's talk. I know you wear a lot of hats.
Yes.
I know you also in the community, right? You also work
in the community. So many, many years I have been an advocate in my district here in Oakland. But more importantly, I work as a special assistant with and for the president of the city council in Oakland. So Councilmember Noel Gayu, I'm his personal assistant for Councilmember Gayu. So I represent District 5 here in Oakland, and it's a very, very important job representing the folks here in Oakland. When you talk about District 5, you don't just District 5, you look at all of Oakland. So it's very, very important to me that we change that connotation of Oakland, because it's a very beautiful place. And oh yes, it's a beautiful city. And I can't wait that we change the perception of Oakland.
The image of it, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's every time you say Oakland, oh no, I'm not going to Oakland. All the time, and it's sad because it's a beautiful city, a lot of things happening in this, and a lot of nice restaurants.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, good food and everything. But sometimes, because that's all you hear is about the crime that's happening in Oakland.
Right.
But it's all the whole Oakland.
Right.
I mean, any cities have crimes.
Right. Right. No, we're changing that, and I get a good feeling that in another couple months after we choose a new mayor, we will change the trajectory of of the
Mhm.
perception of
Mhm.
Oakland and recognize, to your point, the
Mhm.
good food, the museums, Lake Merritt.
Mhm.
You know, we got some very, very rich history and great music. Tony,
Mhm.
Tony, Tony from Oakland. Did you know that?
Tony, Tom?
Come on, girl. Come on, girl. I thought you knew that.
Uh-uh.
Oh, yes.
LA.
Oh, no, 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 no. They started right here in Oakland. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. The list just goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
And I know in your lineup, you have a good friend of mine that will be coming on later as well. And that's Kevin
Mhm.
Peabody. Great musician. And I met him initially in Nashville, Tennessee. So he is a great artist and he resides in Oakland. So Oakland is very rich.
It's very, very rich, and a lot of people really just doesn't know because they don't want to take a chance. And there's a lot of nice concert. Paramount Theater, they always have nice
Look
concerts
at
there.
you. Look at you. Right. And also the Grand Lake Theater. And
Yes, the Grand Lake Theater.
yes, absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
what's your next recording, Preston? It's
Well,
been a while.
I tell you what, I'm going to stay close to you and we're going to unveil that together. And I'm going to make sure that I touch bases with you first.
Yes, I want to hear it, Percy. Our podcast.
And you know what? Maybe
Oh,
we'll find a place where you and I can do a duet.
that would be amazing.
How you like that? How you like that?
That I like
Uh,
that. You rap? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, right. I can't even rap.
uh, but it was great to see you on last Friday, and thanks so much. And I just want to let you know before I get off that we will return back to Coyote Point Yacht Club on
Mhm.
the last Friday, and that's the 28th. Uh, and just go to Pure Ecstasy, uh,
Mhm.
and you will find the information. If not, um, tell them to talk to you, and you will let them know more about where
Yeah.
they can find Pure Ecstasy. But I hope everybody can come out on tomorrow at Isla Grand, and
That's like
we're going to have a great time.
in Pleasanton.
In Pleasant, and actually, it's not in Pleasanton; it's
Oh, Pleasant Hill.
Pleasant Hill.
Yeah.
And it's from 6 to 9:30, 548 Contra Costa Boulevard, from
Yeah.
9 until from 6 to 9:30. So come, and it's going to be some great food, and we're
Yes.
going to make you dance and
Yes.
have a good time.
Yes. And also, you said the Pure Ecstasy. We said a website.com.
Well, see, pureecstasy.com. You can
Mm-hmm.
go there, you'll find us, and we will have a QR code there as well. And then you can find out where we're going to be. And at the same time, too, you
Mm-hmm.
can then join our email blast and you will start to receive all of our information where we're going to be throughout the week.
Yes. And also, are you related to Ike Turner?
I'm sorry.
Are you related to Ike Turner?
So Tina Turner is originally from Tennessee. Did you know that?
No, but Ike Turner.
So I sometimes say that, but yes, down the road we
Really?
found out that Ike is in the bloodline. So yes, it's so. But I'm not a person that beat on ladies. No, I'm not that kind of guy.
No, you're the ecstasy person.
Yes, but
You're the
but
smooth operator.
But you know what? I did get a chance to meet Tina Turner when she performed here in San Francisco. And then when I took the group to Switzerland, I had a chance to see Tina as well. And everybody just loved her. Uh,
Amazing.
really, yes, we really, really missed a treat there.
Yeah.
But thanks so much, Sansu, and you have a great show. I'm going to
Thank
spread the
thank
word
you.
and looking forward to seeing you more and more. Okay.
Okay, me too. And thank you so much for gracing us and spending time with us tonight. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. And more success in the future. Thank you, Preston.
Thank you so much. God
See you.
bless.
See you. Bye.
I know.
Po, si Orlino de la Cruz ay kapitan po ng Patal Pinto sa Pinatubo. Nagpapasalamat po ako sa Aita Tribe Foundation. Nagpapasalamat po ako uli sa mga bigay nyo po. Dito po ay lumiwanag na po ang namin po, community namin po. Nuulit ko lang po, nagpapasalamat ako sa inyo po. Ito po. Ay, mas pasalamat kami po sa nagtutulong sa amin po sa Aita Foundation po. Ngayon lang po kami ng ilaw na maliwanag po dito sa Patal Pinto po. Thank you po.
Ito po yung mga kasama namin, nag-install ng solar dito sa sitio. Dayday. Ayan si Consyal. Ayan si Joseph. Ayan si Kagawad. Ayun po yung pinatubo, yung may pag.
Hi guys, as I mentioned a while ago, it's a Black History Month, and we can't do without actually playing the national anthem. But before that, just to give you a little bit about it, what it's all about, how it started. It's a hymn written in the late 19th century that offers a prayer for faith and freedom, has become popularly known as the Black National Anthem. Lift every voice and sing. You know, it was an invocations of the promised land as a powerful message that resonates still. You know, James Weldon Johnson, a school principal and an NAACP leader, wrote the words as a poem to commemorate the birthday of Abraham Lincoln. He incorporated the theme of the struggles surrounding the Reconstruction movement. It was the first recited by 500 school children at his Edwin Stanton School in Jacksonville, Florida in 1900. His brother John Rosamond Johnson was inspired to set the words to music in 1905, and the song gained immense popularity among Black communities. James Johnson wrote, "The school children of Jacksonville kept singing it. They went off to other schools and sang it. They became teachers and taught it to other children. Within 20 years, it became the national, Black national anthem." So without further ado, let me introduce you the choir that will sing the national anthem.
Till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmony of liberty. Yeah. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Oh yeah. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun. New day begun. Oh yes, let us march on till victory is won. Oh yeah, let us march on till victory is won. Oh yeah, we're all say it one more time. Let us march on to victory. Oh yeah, is one.
I went to a house that had no doors. Stood in amazement when I could not see the floor. I talked to the builder. I knew someone had made a mistake. The builder said, "Oh no, my child, today I'm just testing your faith." So I walked close to the builder, and the builder said, "Come on in." I tried to make that first step, but fear just kept me still. I can hear the voice saying, "Faith will conquer your fears." So make that one step, because fear cannot live here. Fear cannot live where faith is supposed to reside. You can always hear the voice of the Lord, keeping hope and faith alive. Let faith take over, and all your fears will all subside. Oh, fear cannot live where faith is supposed to reside. Oh, no, no, no. Hey, where faith, you can, I can always hear the voice of the Lord, keeping hope and faith alive. Let faith take over, and all your fears will all subside. Hey, fear, I have complete trust. Full of confidence, say it again. I have complete faith. If you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you can say, "No more fear, only faith."
Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed that song. It's a beautiful, beautiful song composed by our next guest tonight. You know, he's been a composer, he's been a song arranger, he's been actually he's done a lot of things when it comes to music. He's an educator, he's a producer, and the CEO of Twin Kim Productions. Please help me welcome Mr. Kevin Peabody. Hi, Kevin.
Hello, Susan. How are you?
Thanks. Another Black History Month.
Yes, another Black History Month. We made it one more time.
Made it for another year. You know, you're my mentor when it comes to Black History Month.
Oh, thank you. I know a lot about it.
Because being an educator, you know so much about it. And it's a small world. I didn't know you know Preston.
Yeah, I knew Preston. We both attended Fisk University and in Nashville, Tennessee. And we both moved to the Bay Area in the early 80s.
Oh my God.
So we've known each other a long time.
I know. I was like, oh my God.
It's a small world, isn't it?
It's a small world.
Yeah,
I didn't know. And I just met Preston through Lions Club. And of course, last Valentine's Day, that's the first time I've seen him perform.
Oh, and happy Valentine's Day to you.
Oh, thank you. You too.
Yes.
Love, love, love.
Love, love, love.
I know that's all we need nowadays.
Yes, lots of it.
Lots of it, lots of it. So I know, refresh our online family and friends out there. What do you really do, Mr. Peabody?
Well, I'm a producer. I'm a musician. I direct choirs. I also work as an educator at St. Leo's the Great School here in Oakland, California, where I have been the music director for the past 13 years. St. Leo's the Great School is a school that is comprised of PK through 8th grade. So for the past 13 years, that's what I've been doing.
I know. What happened? He lost the battery. What happened to his phone? But anyway, you know that Mr. Peabody, he was also a production credit include Reverend James Cleveland, Edwin Hawkins, Dr. Bobby Jones, Lawrence Beeman, and Emmett Powell. He was more into the gospel. He was a director, musical director, besides being a producer. And I've seen him when he performed. Oh my God. You know, the title of the song that we actually heard before he came on board was Fear Cannot Live. He composed that song. And he composed a lot of songs too. He had his recording, and he has actually a show that's coming up. It's going to be the Black Joy Choir, and it's going to be in February 23.
All right, I'm back. Oh my God.
You know, I talk about you. Well, I talk about that you were involved with Reverend James Cleveland, Edwin Hawkins, and all that.
Right.
You're more the gospel side, right?
Right.
And then I also talk about that you have an upcoming show, Black Joy Choir.
Right. It's a choir composed of about 65 people. And on Saturday at 2:30 p.m., we'll be gathering at Harrison and Webster, 23rd Street in Oakland, California. And it's going to be a huge event. I was introduced to this choir by and Rusty is a dynamic director and the director of music for the Love Center Church. And as many know, the Love Center Church is the place where the song "Oh Happy Day" was harvested under the great direction and penmanship of Edwin Hawkins. So Rusty will be directing on that day, and I will be playing the instruments on that day. So we want everyone to come out.
Where is this? It's going to be in
Oakland, California.
In Webster and
Harrison, between Webster and Harrison. And it starts at 2:30 p.m. So come out and experience the parade. It's a perfect event for Black History.
Yes, and it's February 23rd, right?
Yes, February the 20th, Sunday.
It's a Sunday. So the music that we just listened a while ago, isn't it "Fear Cannot Live" is the title?
The title of that song is "Fear Cannot Live." It was composed by me in 1996. And I've recorded it several times as an instrumental piece. And I've also sang it. And Mr. Lawrence Beeman, who was, I think, a runner-up for America's Got Talent, wanted to record it. So we went in the studio last year. It was our last year production with Lawrence Beeman, who is a phenomenal artist. He's been many places on television and radio, and he's 7-Day Adventist, by the way. We also work with Carl Wheeler, who is a dynamic engineer and producer. Carl Wheeler is noted for his work. He was the organist for Tony Tone.
Oh,
So
wow.
everybody is connected.
connected.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
And he was also the one of the musicians for "I Wanna Know," just how you feel. What's the, Frankie Beverly?
Wow.
Yeah, yeah,
So
Frankie Beverly.
yes. Oh, tell us, since we talked about Black History Month, right?
Certainly.
An educator, how can you tell the young generation out there to understand what is it really all about? Why we have to celebrate, and why is it so important for us to celebrate it?
Well, it is very important that well, if you're black, you're celebrating 365 days of the year. So the initial holiday was started by George Washington Carver, who lived in Washington D.C., and it actually started off as a week celebration in February, and in around 1973, I think it was, that it became a month-long event. So since that time, African Americans and many others have been celebrating Black History Month. Now, Black History Month for kids from PK through eighth grade looks very different because many of them have no idea of the history and the contributions of African Americans. So most of my discussion this month, particularly with the upper grades, has been in regards to Kendrick Lamar and the halftime celebration. And you will find that first graders all the way up to the eighth grade know the lyrics to Kendrick Lamar songs. It's quite interesting. And the impact that he has made on a younger generation. And if we concentrate on the halftime show, it was such genius work.
It was such.
It was such genius work. A lot of people didn't quite understand the symbolism and the code words, but much of that has been broken down as today. We know that the real message is from the opening beat was I nod to dead presidents and bigger than hip hop. And if you know, you're asleep. No shade, just facts. You know. And the first song says, when I hear the music, it makes me dance, but the dancing wasn't just for fun. It symbolized how we've been conditioned to perform rather than reflect.
Yes.
Yeah. And then the image of Samuel Jackson coming out, setting the stage with the rules of the game. The rules of the game. It's just the rules historically have been stacked against African American and people of color. So then when you see too many black people around the light, and it gives the narrative that when we gather together, we're some type of threat, when really that is not the truth at all. It's a mechanism that is used to divide us through violence and systems and negative media narratives. So we began to discuss those issues with our kids so that they will have a brighter future and know exactly what's happening in the real world, and to be woke.
Yes. And what happened is I think the biggest issue about the halftime thing is, as you said, there's a lot of black people. They didn't see a lot of other races that were involved in the performance.
But there were quite a.
It wasn't diverse, and basically it's like this is like a black show or something. I mean,
Right.
you know,
but there were. In fact, the dance group from Oakland had a variety of ethnicity. But many times it's hard to see on camera. And if you right, and if
thousands,
the view, like I learned something this past December when there was a dance, a choreographed piece that was gospel, and I was standing real close to it, but I really couldn't see everything real close. If I had actually, when I went back to look at the camera footage, I could see the formation of what they were actually doing. So sometimes you have to stand back from something and then look on top. Like nobody really knew that the actually formation that was happening was also in Braille.
Mm-hmm.
And
the national flag.
Right, and it was the flag and the division that you see within the states. So many messages, and the idea that the revolution will not be televised by Gil Scott Heron was quite an impact.
Yes, and I just want to thank you, Kevin, for letting us have your. I don't know. I don't know. I said choir. I think I was wrong when I said a choir. It was your group. Do you call them your choir?
They were a group that we utilized in 2022 to sing "Lift Every Voice" and sing, and that's my arrangement by.
Yes, and you did a good job. And
thank you so much. Just want to let you know that's my arrangement.
And thank you for letting us borrow it again. For
Absolutely, you're welcome to use it at any time. It's all copywritten.
and also I just want to thank you really for educating us, especially the younger generation.
Thank you for I appreciate your compliments, and we plan to do go on and continue to educate a younger generation, and because they need to be talked to. If we don't talk to them, who's going to do it?
I know, because they're too busy with their cell phone and TikTok and Instagram.
Right. Right.
I mean, when I talk to a young generation nowadays, they be like, "Are you talking to me?"
Right.
They just have their head all the time on the phone, But
but you got to learn. You got to learn their language.
Yes, we got to learn their language. They have their own language. No, I don't know how to talk to them nowadays.
Right.
But hi and bye.
Right. I understand.
Well, thank you.
But just think about those middle schoolers. Yes. They are the hardest because everything is coming up new. They're having a new experience in life.
Well, thank you, Kevin.
Thank you for having me on the show, and and I want to thank your listening audience as well. And if you want to find my music, I'm on all digital formats, and I do appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, and thank you, Kevin. When is the next recording that you're gonna be doing?
We're working on new material now, and I'll have something to announce very soon.
Yes, please announce it here. No.
Absolutely. And don't forget, come out Sunday, the 23rd at Webster and Harrison. The 23rd at 23rd Street. You can't forget that. And it's going to be the Black Joy Parade. And there will be a huge choir there, and I'll be on the instruments. Come up and speak to me.
Well, there's going to be a lot of food?
A lot of food and fun. You can't have a black event and not have any food. Come on.
Oh, I know.
It's like the Lord's Supper. How would that go without any food?
I know.
Or wine?
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
So much. God bless you.
God bless you.
Oh yeah, I hope you don't forget. I mean, you don't get tired of us. That's because you're my mentor for Black History Month.
I love you. I love you.
Every year.
Yes. And I hope your audience enjoys me.
Yes, they do.
It's a pleasure.
They always request about when does Mr. Peabody come up for the Black History Month?
Oh, that makes me feel good.
Well, thank you so much. God bless you. Hope to see you. Oh, yeah, I'm going to see you on the 23rd.
All right.
Okay.
I look forward to it. All right. Have a great evening, everyone. Love, peace, and joy.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, guys. Okay. Before I say something, I we talked about, because nowadays about they always talk about the men nowadays, that the men are being in touch now with their, well, not their femininity, but it's just that a lot of men nowadays are really into communication. I'm so really excited about that, because I do notice that, especially the younger generation, that they're into communicating with women, or they're more into health and into taking care of other people, or not just themselves. It's not like in the old days, it's all that manly thing. Now it's more like, hey, I know you, I can take care of you, kind of thing like that. So the new generation really is changing. And I just want to say something about that before I forget. But I just want to thank all my guests tonight, Mr. Preston Turner and Mr. Kevin Peabody. Music is very important in our lives, especially when all the stuff that's going on. I just want to say hi to my friends who's watching, Jules, Julie, everyone. I can see your messages there, I can see it now. And Janice, for watching, and everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in every Wednesday. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'm just let me know what you want me to tackle every week. What kind of subject? What do you want me to talk about on my chica thing? And don't forget to spay and neuter your animals. And thank you again, PHLV Radio, Las Vegas. Well, led by Johan Sison. And also, don't forget to take care of yourselves, because, as I said, February is a heart awareness month. Okay, so everything that I said a while ago about prevention, which is I'm guilty of too. Half of those I'm guilty, and I'm trying so hard to drink water and excuse me, I'm losing my voice. Well, it's time to have a drink before you go. Like taking care of myself, going to sleep. And so my eye bag is not getting better. And everybody said, "Sexy, you have an eye bag." Oh, of course, because I don't sleep. That's my biggest problem too. But thank you guys. I love you. See you soon. Love, peace, and joy. Take care. See ya. Bye.